All right, and that seems to work for every single one. This is 9.1. Behind the scenes 9.1 on emotional block. Now, to keep it a buck with you, I don't remember even talking about this. I probably talked about it during one of the first 12 episodes, and then I kept it as a thought for the later ones. But I don't even remember this, like, at all. I apparently did a session on it and everything. Have no idea. Let me go grab... Oh, Captain Crunch isn't scared anymore. So proud of you, man. He's still scared. The cat isn't even here. He's still scared. That's the worst part about it. Let's just start it.
Brain Project.
Whoa.
Welcome to session 57 of the Brain Project. The Brain Project being
They're just getting ad. Okay.
informative collection of my thoughts to become a professional speaker. Let's get started. I got three big updates.
Sorry, I'm looking at my video. Look at my video. It's so delayed. Like, this is my hand. Left. Right. Okay, now we're good. I don't know if it's just... Maybe it's while it's the video. Okay, I'll just say it's that.
So,
I'll pause it while
update
talking.
number one. You can't really tell, but I was kind of moving the lights around in this room a little bit. I've had some issues with the lights for a while, okay?
Shout out to the lights, man. I missed that setup for real. That was the OG setup. The only downside was this side right here just blocked off so much lighting. And I used my iPhone, which is why obviously everything looks so much clearer and better. But yeah, I really did miss that setup. Ugh, keep going.
Like the colors, but for instance, this light that's right up there, which you can see.
Oh yeah, that's why I did that.
Shines on my face, so you can actually see my face when I'm up close. I don't like the reflection. Same thing with this light. The way I put up the whiteboard was that it's not proportional to the wall, as you can tell. So it's right up here.
I don't know if I ever mentioned that. So the intention of the whiteboards is proportional between the edge of the desk that's right there and the wall. It's right smack dab in the middle. But if you look at the whole wall, yeah, it looks like bottom right. It's just a weird little thing.
The light, again, is reflective. And I tried to move this light, but this is where all my markers are. And there's 3 layers of it. So my next thought is actually having overhead lights.
God, don't even...
something where,
God.
I have to have a light in front of me, maybe move this one slightly.
That
so
strip light session,
but
man.
No reflection. And
The
having
worst.
in some way, you can actually see the board. So we'll see how that goes. Might do some whole rearranging in the 3rd chapter, but we shall see.
Oh, this is chapter 2. Okay. Chapter
number
2.
2 we have over here is clothing. So recently, I have been changing my clothes as we've been going along. This might be the last time you actually see this ruffled white shirt.
Bro, respectfully...
I've been wanting to...
Respectfully, it felt weird wearing it, and now looking at a past video of myself, it just looks like... It looks so sad. Like, I'm so glad I decided not to use that shirt. I need to get more shirts, but, God, that shirt is not it.
Change my outfits kind of gradually in the past few days, but I've been feeling really well mentally, physically, and emotionally now. So I decided I actually want to look like how I feel. I want to look good, and I want to feel good while wearing the clothes. So
I don't want to...
New ties, new belts,
So that white shirt
shorts,
is not it.
stuff. These button-down shirts especially. So you'll see some of that in the future. And finally, last thing, I made
a lot of updates this video.
Loose kind of plan goal in the past video about going up to 15 speeches. So we've done like 1, 2.
Whoa, that's crazy. Wait, that's the origin of my speeches that I'm doing. This is speech 9. This is from this. And I mean, it's one of the things I'm doing. That's crazy. Okay.
3, 4, all the way up to 8.
Damn. I really said 8, and I added an extra 4.
And what I want to have, and this is a real goal, is having 10 to 15 speeches on hand. I want to get
12.
to 10 to 15 speeches. I'm going to go up to 15. So say we're about halfway, right? I want to have 3 to 5 speeches that I can have on the back of my hand. I can just
say 3 to 4 now. That would be pretty good.
At any second, off
All right, keep going.
Right, to any crowd,
I keep
adapt,
listening.
improvise, whatever it may be. But I want to have that right there. So 10 to 15 speeches, 3 to 5. All right, those are the updates. I was scrolling through a couple of these, and I was realizing that there's a lot more than 10 to 15. And I kind of saw our next topic that I have in my hand. So get ready. We have over here men and emotions is our topic. Now,
Men and emotions.
I want to, the reason why I found this topic very interesting off rip was the idea that when we talk about
Men and emotions
and their emotional state, we only really talk about it with men, which I find very interesting because it affects everyone. the emotional, understanding or the lack thereof. This is what I really want to emphasize.
That sounds bad out of context. I mean this in the sense that in a very recent trend, a lot of people have talked about the men's mental health and how it really does deteriorate a lot of relationships and families. I don't mean it as men as the center of the entire world, and if they are not emotionally there, then the world crumbles. It sounded bad, but that's what I meant. Like, it just became trendy to talk about it.
Here. So, I immediately, first thing that I'm already...
Yo, this shirt's crazy. This shirt is crazy. There's no way I'll ever wear that on screen again. Not a day in my life am I going to wear that on screen. If I do, I'm never turning around, bro. Come on.
Thinking of, and I'm getting a little ahead of myself over here. We got to make sure to have this right here. Last time was story mode, so it's going to be game with interaction.
Oh, GWI. G in story. Yes, I changed it to emphasis in time, but... yeah, I missed those ones.
This will be very interesting. And the demographic, which would be a little younger. I would be interested to see what the demographic would be. Depends on the icebreaker. But
a demographic in
speaking
that,
of
so no
icebreaker,
time.
we have the why this. This is the big thing that I was thinking of just when I started writing it down. Number 2, we're going to flow with the mood right there. Gonna switch the mood, right? Transition it into
sure, bro.
eliciting with a certain code word that I want them to say. Right there. And the 3, of course, being the truth. The truth.
What is... sorry, do you hear this? Hey, Google. Pause. Like, why is it playing some weird low audio, like, podcast?
I don't actually know if it's happy or sad. That's interesting. Usually you can kind of tell off the lesson you would think sad, but you've been doing sad a lot. And, I don't know, there could be actual happy truth. The truth
I
is...
I say happy, sad, and informative now, but now hearing it, happy, sad, and neutral would probably be best.
And the repercussions of men not expressing their emotions. Which I guess would take us to our main message. What am I trying to say? Well, something about wanting men to express emotions. But I think
it's like a 40-minute video.
It's deep diving into why we don't express our emotions. Because
I'm gonna write
think
down some notes.
A big reason, as a man, is the fact that for a long time I never really was emotionally aligned, as I put it, because I never knew to be emotionally aligned. I never knew that there was an alignment process, right? So maybe the main message is to both show everyone the truth of our emotional state and to also guide them towards an alignment.
Okay.
Right?
I'm going to see what I put on there.
So there's two there. I don't know how I'm going to phrase it yet. So show them emotional state.
Little Captain Crunch here.
And show alignment. I really want to emphasize the alignment, which kind of takes me towards the interactive game, actually. The icebreaker over here is crazy. The ideas are just flowing so fast right now, we haven't even done the depth end up on the top. So, the icebreaker.
Look. I'm going to say this in the nicest way I can. I'm self-aware, okay, that I take 7 minutes to say the ideas are now flowing and to even start this whole I did it right now in this video, okay? Watching myself do things, this is why I never watch these videos normally, but watching myself do this is so tiring. I'm like, bro, stop yapping, just get to it all the time. And I keep, I do it, but I hate it I do it. Oh, it's the worst. But I also love when I'm in it doing it. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is. Just don't watch my videos, I guess. Stop watching.
Up on here, it's going to be a game of activity. It needs to be fun, especially on this lesson, because I can tell you something, as a guy, and as a guy who has met many guys in his life, we don't like talking about emotions. We don't even like talking about emotions. So the fact that this lesson's already going to make people uncomfortable off rip is
okay.
It needs to break.
First one, pause. Second one, guys don't like talking about emotions. I like that. Okay, keep going.
Make people uncomfortable off rip is it needs to break that ice quick, right? Something about alignment, right? I'm seeing a balance, kind of a teeter-totter type of thing, right? And maybe what I want to do, something with tug of war. I don't know what yet.
Okay, you kind of onto something. Okay.
Because there is. So why this is what I want to show them is the truth is that.
All right, keep going. I'm making food.
The truth is that we push vulnerability away for a myriad of reasons, right? And that is the truth. Actually, I like where that's going. The truth is about vulnerability. And it's going to be sad, again. I love doing the sad words. But with that vulnerability, it's the idea that the only way you are able to be emotionally aligned is to step into something you're uncomfortable with. And for a lot of men, it's being emotionally present, being vulnerable there with their emotions, saying this is how I feel, right? I think vulnerability as also, I want to talk about.
Okay, he's on to something, but it's taking a while.
Ooh, ideas are forming. Vulnerability as well as the right over here. Consequences of non-alignment.
Okay.
Consequences that comes with not being emotionally aligned with yourself. So that's what I want to make.
That's actually
a war.
Ooh, that's a good one. The consequence. It's not about the emotional block with men. It's focusing on what happens when you aren't this. let's look through what's going to happen in the course of your life. That's a good ooh. Steps towards a bad path. That's good for emotional alignment. All right, keep going.
Make it really unfair. I don't really know how I'd do that, but I'd have a tug of war, make it really unfair. You'd start with one person, maybe versus me. I don't know, maybe I'd hire a bodybuilder. You know, I'd hire like a super strong man. I'd get like the teachers or something. I don't really know.
The strong man.
And then you can go up to like 5 people, and then as many people as possible.
I like the idea of tug of war. This is
as many people, and they're always going to lose. And that's what I want to emphasize. Right there, people as possible. I want them to...
Okay, wait. I don't even think if he knew, but I'm getting ideas here myself. The idea of a much stronger one side than the other side. If you physically think that you can overcome something emotional, yeah, you'll overcome the issue, but the emotion side, like, okay, there's something there, because it's not like it loses, but rather it gets pushed or it gets pulled into something that instead of existing, I don't know yet. Not yet. We're onto something.
Well, it's going to be fun because you're going to try and fail. Hopefully no one hurts themselves, but
Yikes.
The idea is if this was a representation, what would it be of? Right? What are you all? If we're talking about man emotions, what do you think you are? Right? There's 3 girls in there. Are you all men? No. So what do you think it is?
What?
Emotions. Right? Your emotions. Why are you not winning as emotions? Well, the other side is much stronger. What is that other side then? Well, that other side is... I mean, essentially I want to use the word vulnerability, but it's a... yeah, we can use vulnerability, actually. So... Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
This is...
Back
right
when I was making these videos and I was scared of cursing. God, that is a throwback. When I was really scared of saying any curse words on YouTube. Fuck that now. God, it was a fucking fly. I just saw it. Should I hit it while talking? Fuck that YouTube. Ban me. See what happens. Maybe you'll stop your fucking subscribers or stop suggesting me to people at the least.
Do it like this because I had the truth about vulnerability. Right there, perfect. Elicit the word vulnerability. Right there, perfect. So if it's a group that I want to...
He's got it.
If it's a group that I want to be eager enough to do a tug of war, maybe like middle schoolers. I think middle schoolers, to be honest, because I want to make sure they lose.
Sounds like a really funny concept, though. Yeah.
Middle schoolers. So
I'm not getting what he means by the vulnerable.
It's kind of where I want to lead to the beginning, actually. If you notice, the main topics that I like to attack first are what's the main message, what's the truth, and then what is the end. Right? And then usually after that, actually, what is the interpretation? What is the first thing that I want them to think about as a new point of view? Because I want them to leave with this. The beginning.
Okay. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, though? Like, I already know the second that he's going to leave that area, you're not going to be able to see what beginning is. I already know.
Lost. That was really funny. That person fell on the floor. That was a bit ridiculous. We have the beginning right here, which I want them to take away with... Well, we don't have it perfectly done yet, but I know that I want them to leave being aware of how to be in alignment with their emotions. I don't want them to be in alignment with their. I don't want to touch the emotional state of every single present middle schooler, all their trauma. No, I don't want to do any of that. I want to show them how to open the door.
Oh, there you go.
Into
Thank you.
Emotional alignment, right?
Show them how to open the door. This is
How
stupid,
to
bro.
start
Show them how to open the door.
being emotionally aligned.
Okay, so this actually opens up my
So
idea
that's
with the concept of a door. The door. If we use
and
a
you know,
representation
I
of
don't
what the
know.
door
As I'm
means.
writing it with men and emotions, I think while there definitely is an emphasis with men, the way I'm doing this session isn't necessarily like towards men any more than it's towards somebody else.
Captain Crunch.
Oh, come on, Captain Crunch.
Yep.
He's so close to getting his food. He can smell it.
Oh yeah. So
That's right.
I don't think I ever explained this. There's a counter right by his food area, and so I just put his food right up on the counter, and he can smell it, and he just stares at it, but he doesn't jump. And he can jump. It's not like he can't. Yeah, I'm talking about you, idiot. Yeah. Anyways, he still never. I'm pretty sure in this video he never got it.
He'll get it. I trust him. So, we're actually going to change the
I do
topic
not.
on the top, which is rare. I never do this before. But we're going to call it the emotional state is pretty, I don't know, basic. Let's call it the emotional tug of war. The emotional, the fight against emotions. Something where it has
Emotional tug of war
a
sounded good though.
barrier. The emotional barrier. The emotional block. Ooh. Right? Sometimes maybe having an emphasis of the block being like 100 pounds or whatever it is.
Okay. Wait,
And
he's
then,
onto something.
having like a literal block where people are able to hold it and then like break it open. I like where this is going. Also, what an album this is playing. Alright, the emotional block.
You can't even hear it. What album are you playing?
But then it also ties into the idea of vulnerability and breaking that block.
You can't even
So-
hear it.
In second wind, right over here. They're
You
all
cannot
going to
hear
get
it.
individual blocks. Right there. And these blocks are very specifically designed with the idea that, like, through like a very simple, like almost Rubik's Cube X-esque, like solving pattern, you're able to break the block apart. One of those, it's like a puzzle, you know, like riddle block games that you have to like take all the pieces apart.
Okay. I don't know where this is going into.
But you have to solve it together to break it
Okay.
apart.
And so what is that supposed to represent? Solving it together. That emotions are better solved together. You can't do it all by yourself. It's a weird
But
thing.
it's got to be in complete silence
Ooh.
for the first half.
Okay.
This is going to show two real big emphasis.
Emphases.
A couple things. One, you're not alone, right? Especially a big lesson to teach about this is the fact that whenever we go through our emotions, our emotional state of being, it's difficult. It's tough to do this by yourself. I, don't really have that many people here where I am that I can talk to, let alone actually figure all this stuff out. So here I am.
7
with
months ago?
my 50s.
I'm not going to timestamp myself. Yeah, that kind of added up. Actually, I feel like I had more people then than I have now, but I feel more content now with the people I have than I had then. So, I'm not sure if that was more shallower friends or not, but I feel good with what I have now.
plus sessions actually speaking to a camera and my cat, which is perfectly normal and completely normal. But I little Captain Crunch.
Yikes. Doesn't look, not a good
just
look.
Standing there. But what I want to emphasize is that we're not alone. There's 8 billion people on the planet Earth. And there's classmates, and there's coworkers, and there's friends, and there's family, and there's all these other people in your life. It took actually talking to a friend on the phone to discover that my source of anxiety, right? To get into this emotional state of alignment where I am now, to really be where I am now. I didn't do it by myself, right? So that's a quote. I feel like I haven't had quotes in a hot minute, but that was good. You're not alone. That's a big takeaway. And also, another big takeaway is the
it's not a good quote, bro.
For the first half right here, which I want to do for first half. First, mostly.
Come on.
And then talk, and you're able to solve it. And so what I'll maybe do, keep the pieces.
That's such a... In silence, you can't do it, but talking, you can get through it. Talking through emotional stuff. It's funny, but also, like, what if they solve it in silence? And they did it, and they just solved emotional stuff without talking about it.
What I'll maybe do is get a block that breaks up into 5 pieces. So you have to work in groups of 5 in order to do it. Everybody gets an individual piece, and they have to talk, right? For the first half, so they're silent for the first half, talk in the second half. Why did I make them do that? Well, to emphasize that, how are you going to tell someone how you feel unless you tell them how you feel? Essentially. That's another quote right there.
These are not good quotes.
Express without expressing, I guess. Without expressing.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. That one's actually kind of good. You can't tell someone how you feel unless you tell them how you feel. It sounded stupid at first. I'll agree with you. But when you think about it, how else do you let people know how you feel? Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you're an adult, you're supposed to catch a hint. But, like, no one's going to be able to tell how you feel unless you tell them how you feel. Truly. I like that one.
No, still not. There is no way, and I'm going to get into some deep trouble to say this next sentence. But, it's session 57, and I'm sure I've said worse.
That's not good. Shout out to T, man. Missed that stuff.
Well, the original topic was towards men emotions. There is a very interesting...
Oh, I don't know if we need to get into this. It's already posted on YouTube. I don't know if we need to get into this. I don't know what I'm going to say next. Truly, I don't know what wild stuff I'm going to say next. Fuck it.
Thing of which I am not a woman, and I am not able to
good start.
Tell you what's going on inside the female mind in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
never qualified to do that.
Okay.
I can tell you from first-hand experience. We'll do story time. How about you?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous, bro.
You can't express without expressing. Both books right up there. And we're doing good. We really have
Wait. No one's gonna know how you feel unless you tell them how. No one's gonna wait. How do I say? No one's gonna tell you how you feel. No, you can't. You can't tell them how you feel without telling them how you feel. You can't tell them how you feel unless you tell them how you feel. You good, man?
Message, finish up the beginning, depth, ends. I'm liking this session, actually. This might be a speech number 9. So.
Story. What? That was wild, yeah. Speech number 9. That's crazy. We're doing 9.1 all these months later. That was wild.
Right over here. Hi, guys. So, I have dated people before.
Ooh.
I just want that to be a blanket statement to start. We'll start with the factuals.
Yikes.
I've dated people before, and I have